14%. Chapter 41 Angry Li Zihan, flying with a knife, 5th change. Just because of you, Guo Shangtong. Zuoan, who was drinking alone, smiled sassily. Seeing the long sword stabbing like a sharp arrow, he directly lifted the table and smashed it out. Pooh! The sharp long sword didn't stop for a moment, it tore the table in half and flew away. Guo Shangtong's eyes were sharp. The long sword in her hand suddenly split into 6 parts, turning into 6 sword shadows, covering Zuo An's body. Sword ray is as cold as first snow. Zuo An's expression turned serious. Clang! The sword sounded. He drew his sword out of its sheath, tapped plum blossoms in the air, and collided with the shadow of the sword. Bang bang bang. The sword speed of the two is extremely fast, and they fought dozens of rounds on the second floor of this restaurant in a blink of an eye. For a while, the tables and chairs were broken, and the cups and plates were scattered. Many diners screamed and fled in a hurry. After a while, the two jumped out from the second floor of the restaurant. Even though they were in midair, they clashed wildly with their swords. As a true disciple of Qingyan sect and Ling Palace, both have reached the body refining 7th stage with cultivation base. Such a master. Where have the residents in the town seen it? At this time, many people on the street were watching from afar. Especially some young people who aspired to become heroes were full of excitement. Hiss! I can't even see the speed at which they draw their swords. It's amazing. I'm afraid it's better than the old man of the Li family. This is a senior disciple of Qingyan sect and Ling Palace. How can the old man of the Li family compare? It's actually a high-ranking disciple of this kind of great sect. Many young people in the town talked a lot, looking forward to an envious. But no one dared to approach. Only dared to watch from a distance. Ha ha ha. Guo Shangtong, you still haven't made any progress. This set of spectral sword technique, you still don't have great completion. Zuoan laughed loudly, and the long sword in his hand flew up and down. Relying on the depth of cultivation base, it has gradually gained the upper hand. Snort. Your sword technique also doesn't have great completion. Guo Shangtong snorted coldly, bit his lip and kept drawing his sword. One after another sword shadows appeared and disappeared in front of her. Looking at it from a distance, one could feel a chill. Snort. The young hero of the Zhonghu broke up our restaurant, and won't you pay for it? At this time, an immature girl's voice came, looking extremely angry. The next moment, a large knife was inserted between the two from the side. The flash of the knife. It was as if a fierce tiger rushed out suddenly, choosing to eat someone. Fierce and violent, sharp and sharp. Boom, boom. Terrifying force gushed out from the broadsword and smashed hard on the long sword in Zuo An's hand. Pressing the long sword back without hindrance, it hit his chest again. Puff! A mouthful of blood spurted out, and Zuo An flew out. But the sword didn't stop. Take a sudden turn. At an astonishing speed that people can't react at all. Once again, he slashed fiercely on the long sword in Guo Shangtong's hand, and the same scene appeared again. Puff! Guo Shangtong spurted blood and flew backwards. The two fell to the ground, one left and one right, with blood on the corners of their mouths, and their faces were pale. They looked up at the girl standing in the middle with a knife. His eyes were wide open, and his face was full of shock and disbelief. How to see? This girl is at most 13 or 14 years old. But how is this possible? How could a girl of 13 or 14 easily injure them? The two are in their respective sects. But they are all true disciples, geniuses that many senior brothers boast about. Their minds are confused and blank, and they feel like they are dreaming. Otherwise, how could such an incredible thing happen? Li Ziran was also a little dumbfounded. These two knights of the rivers and lakes that he had longed for before. In a blink of an eye, he was dealt with twice by his little sister. Zihan. Li Zixing frowned, stepped forward, and blamed him a little. He glanced at the two people who fell to the ground. He looked around at the stunned town residents with their mouths open. Dispel the idea of killing people in your heart. Losing money. Li Zihan ignored the second brother. She walked up to Zuoan, holding a big knife, and said angrily. Cough cough. Lose money. Zuoan trembled, and looked at the girl in front of him in some confusion. You broke my restaurant, don't you plan to lose money? Li Zihan shook the big knife in his hand, his eyes became even more angry. Then she turned and looked at Guo Shangtong not far away. And you will also lose money. Zuoan and Guo Shangtong looked at each other, both feeling aggrieved. It never occurred to them. I actually will one day. Just because he broke something in the restaurant, he was shot straight away by the little girl from the owner of the restaurant. This is too embarrassing. Also shocked to the extreme. The girl in front of her is so young, how can she be so powerful? That great strength. Thinking about it now, they still feel chills in their hearts. Could this be the legendary natural power? Did not dare to say anything more. The two obediently took out all the silver tails and placed them in front of them. Then he looked at Li Zihan eagerly. How is this going? At this time, Li Yu came from a distance, glanced around, and said with some doubts. Didn't it mean that there were two young heroes fighting? What about people? Why didn't you see it? 14%. Chapter 42 Schwantian 9 Transformations, Beast Control. 6th more. Grandpa, they broke down our restaurant. Li Zihan's eyes lit up when she saw Li Yu, and she complained. Damage the restaurant. Li Yu froze for a moment. He glanced at Zuo and Guo Shangtong who were in distress on the ground, and said curiously. Didn't you say that there are young heroes in the world fighting? Why didn't I see it? Quote. Brothers Li Zixing and Li Ziran opened their mouths and looked strangely. The two lying on the ground looked at each other, their faces were flushed, and they were so ashamed. Residents in nearby towns look at me and I look at you. The air suddenly became quiet for a while. Many people were embarrassed. These high disciples from Qingyan sect and Ling Palace are too stretched. Even a little girl from the Li family couldn't beat her. Just because of this, it's too embarrassing to spread the news that if you want to compete here, the winner will be determined in one battle. People are not old. You can only bully and bully ordinary people who don't understand anything. They all looked at the two young heroes on the ground with contempt. It's the two of them. Li Zihan was also taken aback for a moment, then pointed to Zuo and Guo Shangtong on the ground speechlessly. Forehead. Li Yu understood, and said clearly. Both lose. Puff. Many people couldn't hold back and burst out laughing. Zuo and Guo Shangtong wished there was a crack in the ground for them to jump into. Ahem. Grandpa, they were sent flying by my little sister. Li Zixing couldn't stand it anymore, and quickly reminded him. Li Yu glanced at the well-behaved granddaughter next to her, and then at the young hero on the ground. The corners of his mouth twitched imperceptibly, and he ordered. Let the two knights go back to the mansion and have a talk. Then turned and left. After the members of the Li family left with Zuo and the others. The people nearby began to discuss. Is this really a disciple of Qingyan sect and Ling Palace? This is too weak. Tisk tisk, the big sect actually has such an idiot. The little girl from the Li family seems to be only 13 years old. Can't even beat a 13-year-old girl. So contemptuous. Afterwards, the onlookers went back to their homes and looked for their mothers. Are the two disciples from Qingyanmen and Ling Palace? Li Hall. With a smile on her face, Li Yu looked at Zuo and Guo Shangtong who were sitting below. He felt very pleasantly surprised in his heart. For nothing else. It is a piece of information on the trade interface. Seller. Kibei. Trading item. Schwantian 9 Transformations Practice Human Rank Top Rank External Kung Fu. Requirement. Royal Beast Body Refining 6th stage and above. This transaction information. It appeared yesterday. He then contacted the seller. But the seller said. He only wants to guard the beast. Other forging pills, exotic animal meat, silver, and martial arts are not accepted. To this, Li Yu can only express regret. Although he is extremely greedy for this, Schwantian 9 transformations. After all, as long as he obtains it, his Li family will truly gather all the skin, flesh, blood, tendons, bones, marrow, and internal organs to achieve top-grade external skills. There is also plenty of red snake meat. Combat martial arts also include 5 tigers broken door knife and Dali Niu Makwan. There are 9 steps in body movement. Everything in the body refining realm is almost returned to origin. Then just time. Everyone in his Li family can follow the steps and be promoted to heavenly origin martial master realm. Pity. Where did he get the imperial beast? This kind of thing is too rare. But I don't want to worry about it yesterday. There are disciples from Ling Palace appearing here today. And it looks like cultivation base is in the body refining 7th stage, so the status should be very good. Ling Palace. It is the only school in Zhujiao County that has the beast master. This sect is strange. It is rumored to have a cultivator background, but the disciples in the sect are all practicing martial Dao. He thought about this sect yesterday too. But they don't know each other. No personal introduction. Their Li family is not well known, and others probably won't pay attention to him. Zuo-en, a disciple of the Qingyan sect, has met the old man. Guo Shangtong, a disciple of Ling Palace, has met the old man. The two stood up and saluted Li Yu cupped fist. Out of the corner of his eye, he looked at Li Zihan, who was pouting his mouth and looking like I was very unhappy. They all have lingering fears. Ha ha, if you don't fight, you don't know each other. These two outstanding talents really deserve to be disciples of the great school. Li Yu laughed. When Zuo-en heard this, they were full of awkwardness. No matter how it sounds, it seems to be mocking them. But people have to bow their heads under the eaves. Zuo-en forced a smile. The old man is absurd. Since we were lucky enough to meet each other, the old man has something to ask. I wonder if the two of you can agree. Li Yu said with a smile. Although he was talking about two people, he looked directly at Guo Shangtong. This female disciple of Ling Palace has an excellent appearance, and she has the temperament of an iceberg beauty. I don't know what's the matter with the old man. Guo Shangtong's scalp became numb, and he spoke with difficulty. Her eyes are wary. This old man of the Li family, could it be possible that he has his eyes on him? If so, she pursed her lips. Myself. It can only be from 15%. Chapter 43. The Scary Sky Serpent Avatar. Seeking Flower Evaluation. I heard that there is an imperial beast spirit crane in the Spirit Crane Palace. The old man wants to buy one with the noble family. I wonder if it is possible. Li Yu naturally didn't know the psychology of this iceberg beauty, he said with a smile. It turned out to be buying a spirit crane. Guo Shangtong breathed a sigh of relief. She nodded quickly. Although the spirit cranes of this school are rarely sold outside, but if I ask, it will definitely be possible. Ha ha, Guo Navexia is refreshing. Since that's the case, the old man won't hold the two of you accountable for smashing the restaurant. Li Yu laughed heartily. Guo Shangtong was speechless. It turned out that the old man invited them home. It turned out to be such a plan. Daolong, take Zihan and this female Sha Guo to the Ling Palace to complete the transaction. There's also this young Master Zuo. I won't entertain you anymore. Li Yu acted resolutely and gave orders directly. There is nothing to chat with these sect disciples. The two sides are not at the same level. The opponent's level is too low. At least you have to be the elders of the other party's teacher to chat with him, right? Yes. The second child, Li Daolong, saluted. As for the little girl Li Zihan. As soon as he heard that he could go out to Ling Palace, his eyes lit up and he nodded quickly. Listen to Grandpa. Ding. Your family's martial art, heavenly snake breathing method, ate a lot of red snake meat and was satisfied. After comprehending the true body of the heavenly snake, he was promoted to the 3rd floor. Another 2 days passed. The external exercise, heavenly snake breathing method, for practicing the 5 internal organs was finally no longer silent, and finally began to work hard. Immediately, a strange energy swept over Li Yu's whole body. Internal organs, limbs and bones, even the mind feels refreshed for a while. Strength, flexibility, resilience. All kinds of favorable physical qualities have been enhanced a bit. And he still has a very magical feeling at this time. As if as long as he wanted to, an even more terrifying power can be erupted. Avatar of the Heavenly Serpent. He said in surprise. Is this feeling the real body of the Heavenly Serpent? What is this? He had never heard of the real body that could be obtained from practicing martial arts. Could it be possible? Can he transform into a strange beast, sky snake? There was a strange look on his face. Following that feeling carefully, he activated the sky serpent avatar. Immediately, an extremely terrifying mysterious force emerged from nowhere, and flowed through the whole body in an instant. His eyes. It suddenly turned silvery white, showing an inverted triangle shape. His white hair fluttered and turned into silvery white. There are very light silvery white patterns on the skin of the body. If you don't look carefully, can't see at all. Blends in with the skin. This feeling, physical fitness has increased by at least 50%. He said in shock. What is the concept of enhancing 50% of physical fitness? This is not a simple enhancement of 50% strength. Body refining practitioner exercises are actually enhancing physical fitness. Certainly, in Yan country or in this world, there is no such thing as physical fitness. And based on his point of view that he has worked hard step by step until now. Practitioner of body refining 9th stage. Physical fitness is about 7 times that of body refining 1st stage practitioner. And like his son and daughter and others, today's realm of body refining 7th stage should have no less than 12 times the physical fitness of body refining 1st stage. Enhance physical fitness by 50%. That is equivalent to a direct increase from 12 times to 18 times. Such a terrifying physical fitness. Heavenly Origin Martial Master can be killed directly. This day the snake is really strong. He was full of joy. Original. The eldest son Lee Daosu, after reaching the 7th level of Dragon Tendon Ju. It is estimated that the strength can only be compared with Heavenly Origin Martial Master. And now, activate the Serpent's real body, but kill the Heavenly Origin Martial Master. The increase in strength is so great that it is simply terrifying. After 15 breaths, the abnormality on his body disappeared and he returned to his original state. Feel it carefully. He found no sequelae. I don't know how long it will take to activate. The avatar of the Heavenly Snake is definitely a trump card of my Lee family. He whispered to himself. The face is full of smiles. And he has feelings. As long as the Heavenly Snake breathing method realm goes up, the Heavenly Serpent avatar can last longer. It feels like an outside effort. Only the 13 Teibao's horizontal training skills are slightly worse. The others are all strong. He muttered. I don't know where those ancestors got them from. But there are so many traversers, billions. There are also sons and daughters, some become relatives of the emperor, and some are close to the big sect. With some luck, getting a powerful cultivation technique also makes sense. Time. In this quiet atmosphere, day by day passed. 5 more days passed. Li Daolong, the second son who went to Ling Palace, came back by Ling. Not only is he riding one, Li Zihan next to him was also riding one. And it is much larger than the one under Li Daolong. 15%. Chapter 44 Body Refining 8th Stage. Return to Origin Fist Technique. Seeking Flower Evaluation. Beat the invincible fighters of the younger generation in Spirit Crane Palace. The Grand Elder of Spirit Crane Palace left the customs and gave Zihan a Heavenly Origin level Spirit Crane. Li Yu looked at Li Zihan, who seemed to be complimenting me quickly, and was a little stunned. Originally, he just wanted Li Zihan to go out and practice for a while. Anyway, Li Daolong's strength is weaker than his brother and his sister, and he can barely match Heavenly Origin Martial Master. In addition, Li Zihan's own strength is not weak, comparable to body refining 9th stage. He is also relieved. But I didn't expect going to the Ling Palace and actually beat up the younger generation. He was really speechless. However, he was also surprised by the generosity of Ling Palace. Does this mean forming a good relationship with their Li family? The head of Ling Palace is very polite, saying that if our Li family needs anything, they are willing to do their best to help. Li Daolong said. Li Yu nodded slightly. Speaking of this, he would naturally not reject Ling Palace's kindness. Ling Palace, although it is not considered the top force in Zhujiao County, but it can also be regarded as a first-class force, definitely much stronger than the 7 mountains. Certainly, good intentions are good intentions. After all, we just met each other. If he really brought up something embarrassing, for example, helping to deal with the 7 Mountains Club and the like, then the relationship is almost over. Think about it. He suddenly asked. Yongyuan County, where Ling Palace is located, is that county that produces a lot of grain. He knew a little about the situation in the counties of Zhujiao County. But in the final analysis, he came here through time travel, so he must be far less aware of these things than his own son. Right, Yongyuan County is not like our northern extension with many mountains and forests. They are all plains, so the county is named Yongyuan. The entire Yongyuan County is the largest granary in Zhujiao County. Even nearby Yuling County and Mengyang County, there are many caravans going to Yongyuan County to buy grain. Li Daolong nodded and answered softly. He looked at his father thoughtfully. Father is trying to buy food. From today onwards, you will be responsible for building a caravan. I mainly buy food from Yongyuan County, the more the better. It just happens to be related to the Spirit Crane Palace, so I think there will be no problem. With a flash of eyes, Li Yu commanded. The country of Yan may be in chaos. After all, according to the 2 letters sent back by the eldest grandson Li Zimo, the entire Zhujiao County felt a little precarious because of the Dianxiangjiao incident. The last time not only was the campaign to wipe out the Dianxiang sect in Beiyin County not going well. Except for the county town, the whole Zhujiao County is not going well. In some cases, like Beiyin County, the Dianxiang sect has colluded with local powerful forces. Some of them were members of the Dianxiang sect who withdrew into the mountains overnight and disappeared. Although the Dianxiang religion has not yet exploded. But Li Yu believes it won't be long. Burning incense will erupt. At that time, the whole south of Yan Kingdom is going to be in chaos. And what is the most important thing in troubled times? Nature is strength and food. Both are indispensable. The strength of their Li family has grown by leaps and bounds. Don't worry too much about this. But the food has to be hoarded as soon as possible. The son understands, and the father is relieved. Li Daolong saluted and accepted the order. Leave Ling behind, and then leave the hall with Li Zihan. Hint. Li Daosu's Great Bull Demon Fist has been promoted to the 8th stage, and Cultivation Base has been promoted to Body Refining 8th stage. Hint. Li Daosu's Great Bull Demon Fist has been promoted to the Return to Origin level. Suddenly, 2 prompts came. Li Yu immediately felt a force emerge in his body, making him a lot closer to the Heavenly Origin realm. Dao Su was promoted to Body Refining 8th stage. He was a little happy. And it's not just Body Refining 8th stage. He was even promoted to the Return to Origin level with his powerful Bull Demon Fist. At this point he was a little curious. How amazing is the eldest son's strength? If the avatar of the Sky Serpent erupts again, how terrifying will it be? He opened the information panel of the eldest son. Name. Li Daosu. Identity. The 2nd generation of the Li family. Cultivation Base. Body Refining 8th stage. Martial Arts. 13th Taibao Horizontal Practice, the 7th floor. Vigorous Bull Demon Fist. 8th floor. Return to Origin, Bull Demon True Meaning. 100 Refinement Breath Method, the 7th floor. Small Universe Exchange Method, the 7th layer, Small Universe Star Diagram. Dragon Tendon Formula, the 7th floor. Heavenly Serpent Breathing Method, 5th level, Heavenly Serpent Avatar. 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife. Xiao Cheng, White Tiger True Meaning, Black Tiger True Meaning. Tiger Punch 9 Steps, Great Completion. Tisk tisk, such a terrifying Body Refining 8th stage. I don't know if it's considered the top in the whole world. He has a smile on his face. This world is extremely large. After all, there are billions of traversers, but none of them seem to be in the same country. Not even adjacent ones. From this we can see the vastness of the world. And such a vast world. With the gorgeous panel of the eldest son. He wants to come. Should it be considered top? 15%. Chapter 45 Collect all the cultivation techniques. The county has changed. 3rd change. The crane of Body Refining 6th stage. Yes, direct transaction. Trade interface. Looking at the message from a fellow named Chi Bei. Li Yu is very happy. After obtaining this external skill. They are the Li family. Just gather the 7 kinds of external skills of skin, flesh, blood, tendons, bones, marrow, and viscera. It won't be long. All 7 kinds of external skills have reached their limits. At that time, his children and grandchildren were all capable, and he became excited just thinking about it. Soon, the spirit crane in front of him disappeared. And there is an extra cheat book in his hand. Xuantian 9 Transformations. 9 changes in bone marrow, amazing vitality. From then on, the physical strength is long, and the endurance is terrible. A practitioner who cultivates this foreign skill will definitely be the most amazing killing machine if he goes to the battlefield. Li Yu flipped through the cheat book in his hand. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Practitioners fight each other with all their strength. This state, in fact, cannot last long. Especially on the battlefield. Front, back, left, and right are all threats, and the spirit is tense from beginning to end. Stamina drains faster. Can't kill many people at all. Once the physical strength is exhausted, even the masters of the Body Refining 9th stage will be easily surrounded and killed. But what if the Body Refining 9th stage practitioner has amazing physical strength? If that is the case, it is much more difficult for the army to encircle and kill. Leading the army to charge is even more invincible. Since ancient times, all warriors on the battlefield are talented and have long stamina. And the Xuantian 9 Transformations, in front of me. It can make ordinary practitioners have physical strength comparable to talent, or even surpass it. He called his eldest son. Let him pass on the cultivation technique. 7 Mountains Club. There are 7 mountain peaks in a row, and many houses are built on the mountainside. It is not far from Beiyin County, only about 5 miles away. At this time, on the first mountain, the 7 mountains will be in the Great Hall. A group of figures sat in it, breathing rapidly, with a hint of excitement in their dignified faces. Top position. It was a man with a mask on his face. Dressed in a black robe, with a strange aura. Not only the 7 mountains will have the 7 mountain masters. Lu Wachi, the incense master of the North Extension branch of the incense sect, is also there. It's noon. It's time to go. After a long time. The leader of the Kashan Club, who is at the top of the list, speaks out. His voice did not come from his mouth, but from his belly. With a weird echo, it makes people creepy. This time, all of you will occupy a place in my Dianxiang sect. Lu Wachi stood up and said cupped fist. He was extremely excited. Decades of planning. Finally today, I will meet Tu Chongdagger. They burn incense and teach. It will sweep the south, smash the rule of Yan Kingdom, and establish their kingdom. Walk. The leader of the 7 Mountains Society nodded and ordered directly. Then, hundreds of disciples of body refining 4th stage and above gathered from various peaks. And there are hundreds of people who teach in Shangshang, and they are all masters. Mighty. Heading towards Beiyin County not far away. Beiyin County. Although guarded, but when the patriarch of the Zhang family, a first-class force as famous as the Kashan Society, personally led his clansmen to capture the city gate. Everything is a foregone conclusion. Kashanwei, Dianxiangjiao, Zongjia. Adding up the 3 parties, there are a total of 6 heavenly origin martial masters. There is also a chi refining 9-story cultivator, which is even more daunting. There are also 13 masters in the body refining 9th stage. There are also masters such as disciples who teach people. The strength is strong. It is far better than the city defense army and county government. Damn it. The Zhang family dared to rebel. Seeing the shouts of killing everywhere in the city, the county magistrate Kong Xing's face was ashen and extremely angry. He is on his guard. There are magic machine crossbows on the city walls. This kind of big killer, even if heavenly origin martial master is not careful, he will be shot. 8 divine machine crossbows are distributed on the 4 walls of the city. Enough to make heavenly origin martial master not dare to approach within 80 feet of the city wall. And as long as heavenly origin martial master dare not move. Even the ordinary disciples of the 7 Mountains Society and the Dianxiang sect. It is impossible to break open the city gate. But never mind. He didn't expect. The Zhang family actually collaborated with the Dianxiang sect to open the city gate from the inside. Kong Xing, today is your death day. Boom. Suddenly there was a loud noise. With a sinister smile on his face, Lu Wachi, the incense master of the Dianxiang cult, rushed out from the side, and slashed at Kong Xing fiercely with a knife. Ha ha ha. I also want Kong Xing's head. The 3rd mountain lord of the 7 Mountains Association, Shi Jian, rushed forward. His body was as majestic as a cow, his blood was astonishing, and his face was full of flesh. Holding a mace, he slammed it down on Kong Xing. One left and one right with Lu Wachi. Completely sealed off all Kong Xing's dodging positions. Escape for yourselves, only one can escape. Kong Xing took a deep breath and shouted at the county government behind him. Then, just turn around and run. He is not stupid. Naturally, it would not fight recklessly with so many heavenly origin martial masters from Dianxiangjiao and Kashanwei. Keep the green hills, and don't worry about no firewood. In the county government, standing with all the arresters, Li Zimo, who was about to help, froze for a moment. He opened his mouth, a little speechless. This is too easy to run. He originally wanted to cooperate with the county magistrate to keep these 2 heavenly origin martial masters. Walk. Gao Yuan growled, pulled him and chose a direction to flee wildly. Snort. Imperial Court Eagle Dog, kill without mercy. Lu Wachi snorted coldly, and looked at Shi Jian. He went directly to hunt down Kong Xing, the county magistrate. Shi Jian led people to hunt down Gao Yuan and other police officers. 16%. Chapter 46 Instant Kill Martial Master. Blood Tiger's True Intentions. 4th more. Just for a moment. Death to all. Shi Jian grinned grimly. The mace in his hand was like the sky falling, and he threw it at Gao Yuan and other dozen arresters. The flesh on his face was all piled up together, making him look extraordinarily ferocious and vicious. The body is 2 meters long, and he is wearing an iron armor. Just like a mighty general on the battlefield, killing all creatures in front of him. It's over. Gao Yuan's face was pale, and his eyes were full of despair. He wants to resist, but the body cannot keep up with the mind. I can only watch helplessly as the mace approaches rapidly. Beside him, the same is true for a dozen or so police officers, terrified and desperate. Facing a heavenly origin martial master, they were powerless to resist. Just like the grass carp on the chef's cutting board, it can only be slaughtered. It's you who died. But suddenly, a cold drink came out. Lee Zemo's silver hair fluttered all over his head, his eyes were like snake pupils, cold and heartless. The skin all over his body also exudes a dense silvery white luster. The long knife in his hand was like thunder, slashed hard on the mace. Boom! There was a loud bang. A monstrous explosion of power. The horror of this huge force made Shi Jian unable to hold the mace in his hand at all, and the tiger's mouth burst. The mace was sent flying. The grin on his face froze. He looked in horror at the extremely cold Lee Zemo with his silver hair fluttering around. There was a chill in his heart, as well as a sense of horror. Especially looking at Lee Zemo's inverted triangle eyes. The hairs all over his body stood on end. Don't even think about it. I'm going to back off. But, roar, roar. The earth-shattering roar of the tiger exploded in his mind. In a trance, he seemed to see a white tiger and a black tiger roaring towards him, making his soul tremble. Martial Dao sincerely. There was despair on his face. He actually ran into a martial master who understood the true meaning of martial Dao. Although he resisted desperately, his whole body was still stiff for a moment. Wait until he wakes up. A long knife is close at hand. No, he only had time to cry out. Pooh, the long knife has already been drawn across his neck. The head flew up, and the hot blood spurted out. A heavenly origin martial master. He was beheaded by Lee Zemo after meeting each other. This scene, the eyes of Gao Yuan and other arresters widened, full of horror and disbelief. This is Lee Zemo, killed the third mountain lord of the Seven Mountains Society. They felt that the scene in front of them was too dreamy. Lee Zemo is so powerful. Walk. Lee Zemo returned to his original state in a blink of an eye, and let out a low drink. Everyone woke up. He hurriedly followed behind and fled out of the city. They all had a surprise in their hearts. Saved. With the terrifying strength displayed by Lee Zemo, they are saved. Ding. Your family's martial art. Schwantian 9 transformations. Is determined to learn from the Balian breath method, be diligent and diligent, practice honestly, and be promoted to the second floor. Forehead. At this time, Li Yu. Naturally, he didn't know the shocking changes in the county. Looking at the message that popped up in front of him, he was speechless. Can this also learn from each other? Be diligent and conscientious. You are a martial artist, but you still want to be a human. But it was another martial art that he didn't need to manage by himself, so he was very happy. This kind of martial arts is the most worry-free. As long as nutrition is supplemented, they will practice on their own and make rapid progress. Ding. Your family's martial arts. 5 tigers broken door knife. Drank the blood of martial master, dripping freely, comprehending the true meaning of the blood tiger, and increasing the speed of practice by 800 times. Sudden. Another message pops up. Drink the blood of the martial master. Li Yu was stunned. He frowned. Martial master. Someone in the family played martial master. Who? His eyes flickered, and he didn't even care about the extra power of true meaning in his body. He immediately walked out of the room and called his eldest son, Li Daosu, to come. Everyone in the family is in the town except Zemo. The second child will not go to Yongyuan County until a few days later. Li Daosu said in a deep voice. He was a little puzzled. Why did his father ask this? That's what happened in the county. Li Yu murmured. Everyone is in Beimu town. Then the person who beheaded the heavenly origin martial master, it goes without saying, must be the eldest grandson Li Zemo. But the eldest grandson works in the county government. Even if he needs to deal with heavenly origin martial master. Combining the matters of Dianxiangjiao and Kashanwei. He guessed that most of the county town had undergone shocking changes. You and Daoyan, go to the county seat immediately. Pay attention to Zemo, he may be coming home right now. Something must have happened in the county seat. If you haven't met Zemo, don't enter the city. Be careful to investigate the situation. He thought for a while and ordered quickly. What happened? Li Daosu's heart sank. He nodded, and strode away. The chaos has begun, Li Yu murmured, but the expression on his face was very calm. For their Li family, being messy isn't necessarily a bad thing. 16%. Chapter 47 Bloodline Family. 5th More. Beiyin County. The commotion lasted just over an hour. It ended with the death of Captain Niu Qing in the bloody battle and the defeat of the city defense army. At this time, several mountain masters of the Seven Mountain Society looked at the corpse on the ground with angry expressions. How did the third child die here? Yan Ji, the second mountain lord of the Seven Mountain Society, had a gloomy face that seemed to be dripping water. He is thin and not tall, but the skin all over the body has a dark color. The martial arts that are obviously cultivated are the external skills of the leather training type, and the defense power is amazing. Lu Wachi, what do you think is going on? He suddenly turned his head to look at the incense master who was burning incense. His voice was extremely cold. The other party and the third child besieged and killed the county magistrate Kong Xing. Now Kong Xing has escaped. The third child died. I'm in charge of hunting down Kong Xing, and Shi Jian is in charge of hunting down those county government eagle dogs. How could you die? I don't know either. Lu Wachi frowned and replied. He looked at the horrified look on Shi Jian's face, and the obvious severed wound on Shi Jian's face, and felt chills in his heart. Who is it, to be able to kill Shi Jian with one blow? Although the opponent is only the martial master of heavenly origin first stage. But the body is burly and powerful. Even facing the martial master of heavenly origin second stage, he can resist for a while. Could it be possible? Before the city, there was actually a heavenly origin third stage powerhouse hidden. Think here. His scalp was numb. If he had chosen to switch with Shi Jian at that time. It can't be said that the corpse lying here is himself. County government eagle dog. Check it out for me. I want to know where they went. Yan Ji roared. Cao Tong, the owner of the fifth mountain, also stood aside, his face equally gloomy. Originally, he also invited the third brother to visit Beimu town soon to investigate the matter of the red snake. Unexpectedly, the third brother died here. At the same time, a bit of fear welled up in his heart. The third brother was so strong that he was beheaded with a knife. If he comes across, I couldn't help but shuddered. Soon, then someone found out that the group of eagle dogs from the county government was heading towards Beimu town. Beimu town. Cao Tong was stunned when he heard it. Why is it Beimu town again? There was a haze in his heart. Fourth, Lord Lu Shang, Brother Zhang, you all come with me. Chase. Yan Ji's eyes flashed, and he said without hesitation. He is the practitioner of heavenly origin second stage. Zhang Beitai, the head of the Zhang family, is heavenly origin second stage. Lu Wachi is heavenly origin first stage. The fourth brother Liang Xin is heavenly origin first stage. In addition, there is a map given by the boss in his hand. Even if you run into someone from heavenly origin third stage, combining the strength of the four of them plus the formation map, they are sure to kill. Good. Several people looked at each other and nodded. They all know. Yan Ji has a rather terrifying array in his hands, and he once led the masters of the Seven Mountains Society. Killed a martial master of heavenly origin third stage. A hillside outside Beiyin County. What happened? Li Daosu frowned. He looked his son up and down, and found that he was not injured, so he felt a little relieved. The Kashanwei, the Dianxiangjiao, and the Zhang family rebelled together and captured the county. The county magistrate escaped, and we also escaped from the city. Li Zimo explained. Seeing his father and aunt appear, his tense mind finally relaxed. Although the real body of the snake is strong, but it can only erupt once every 2 days. If another heavenly origin martial master comes up after him. Although he was somewhat sure of beheading him, he definitely couldn't do it so easily. It might take tens or hundreds of rounds, and once the second martial master appears. He also wants to run for his life. He's still a body refining 7th stage, after all. The Zhang family actually participated in it. Li Daosu was surprised. He was not shocked by the rebellion of the Dianxiang sect and the Seven Mountain Society. After all, anyone with a discerning eye can see it. It's just that the power that the county government can use is only that, so what if you can see it? You can only do more defense. But the Zhang family rebelled, and these defenses became useless. Let's go back to town first. Li Deyan said softly. She glanced at Gao Yuan and a dozen other police officers, and went ahead without saying anything. Everyone quickly followed. They are all practitioners, and they are afraid of chasing soldiers behind them, so the speed is naturally extremely fast. You said there are 3 body refining 9th stage alien beast fields in the city. Li Hall. Li Yu looked at Gao Yuan in front of her and raised her eyebrows. Right. As long as the old man helps to take back the county seat, I am willing to persuade the county magistrate to give 2 of these 3 meat fields to the old man. Gao Yuan said solemnly. He's not stupid either. At this point, I don't know why, but the Li family in this quiet corner is not simple. A third generation can kill heavenly origin martial master. How can he believe that his parents will not be stronger? Especially before thinking about it. Li Zimo's terrifying appearance with silver hair and silver skin all over his body. A trembling name popped up in his heart. The Bloodline family. 16%. Chapter 48 Silk Array. Eagle delivered to your door, 6th update. Give it to 2 seats. Li Yu shook her head lightly and said, Catcher Gao really thinks highly of this old man. To be honest, the old man is also worried at this time, worried that Kashan will kill him. I only hope that County Magistrate Kong can bring reinforcements from the county and take back Beiyin County as soon as possible. Gao Yuan looked anxious and bowed deeply. Old man, there are still 200,000 people in the city. By burning incense to fool the people and control people's hearts. Please, for the sake of the 200,000 people, take action to kill the rebels. Li Yu's face was calm, and there was no disturbance in her heart. The Dianxiang sect, the Kashanwei, and the Zhang family are not demons who kill people for fun, and they will definitely not slaughter them wantonly. Especially Dianxiangjiao. Before that, he had developed a reputation for being kind and charitable, and persuading people to do good. How can you pour a big basin of sewage on yourself when you break through Beiyin County this time? Certainly, the dead must die. The common people will die some, and the big families in the city will die a lot. But in troubled times, only you can save yourself. Zemo, take Gao Butu down to rest. He said lightly. Then he picked up the teacup on the table and took a sip. This is what it means to serve tea to see off guests. Grandpa. Gao Yuan was anxious, but seeing Li Yu raising his cup and drinking tea, he could only let out a long sigh, and left with Li Zemo. Father, do we really care about the county seat? Li Daosu hesitated. Now is not the time. Li Yu shook his head. He has his own plans in mind. Now going to the county seat, how much benefit can he get? He has to wait. Wait until the country of Yan is completely in chaos. Troubled times produce heroes, and troubled times are also the best opportunity to gain benefits. Father, someone is chasing from the direction of the county seat. At this time, Li Daoyan walked into the hall and said softly, Go and meet for a while. Li Yu ordered with a calm face. He had already guessed that there were pursuers coming. After all, the eldest grandson beheaded a heavenly origin martial master of the opponent. It would be strange if the other party didn't respond. A dozen or so people from Li Zemo escaped from the city and headed towards Beimu town. It is also impossible to hide the truth from Kashanwei, Dianxiangjiao and others. Just don't know how many heavenly origin martial masters caught up. How many more will be left? You said that the person who robbed the red snake might be in Beimu town. Could it be that person who killed the third child? Outside Beimu town, Yan Ji, the second mountain master of the Seven Mountain Society, frowned. That's right, Old Five told me once. Liang Xin, the owner of the fourth mountain, said with a gloomy expression. He's been in a bad mood lately. The sun disappeared without any news. Be careful. Yan Ji narrowed his eyes. He directly took out a formation map exuding a faint red light from his arms. This array is the size of 2 palms, and there are many extremely magical symbols on it, which are radiant. Array. Zhang Beitai and Lu Wachi were startled, and stared at them without blinking. They have heard of the power of the array in the opponent's hand. But this is the first time I've seen it. Silk array. Rise. Yan Ji drank lightly. True qi in the body poured into the array. Immediately, the red rays of light above the array are flourishing. Then a large number of silk threads gushed out, like octopus tentacles, twisting around the 4 people. Just a few breaths. The array gradually disappeared. The large number of silk threads also slowly disappeared. As if nothing happened. But Martial Master has a strong sense of the 3 feet around him. Zhang Beitai and Lu Wachi. It can be clearly sensed that there are a lot of silk threads next to own. These threads, extremely sharp. The 2 looked at each other. They were all shocked. The means of the cultivator are incredible. Nobody was there. It's just a picture, but it's so miraculous. With the silk formation, even if the opponent is the martial master of heavenly origin 3rd stage, he will be besieged and killed by us. Yan Ji's face was full of confidence. The 4 of them walked towards Beimu town. Li Yu and others just walked out of the hall and came to the front yard. Then I saw a policeman rushing from outside, and when he saw them, he said anxiously, Old man, there is a martial master chasing you from the county seat. But Li Yu didn't look at him. Instead, he raised his head and looked at the eagle hovering in the sky, with joy in his eyes. There are 3 kinds of animal fascia that Long Jinju wants to observe. One of them is eagle tendons. Although the Orion in the small town was very active during this time, there were no results. And the trade interface, only items and creatures that have entered the level can be traded. As long as the creatures are high grade, even if they are not alien beasts, they are still on the verge of alien beasts. For example, the spirit crane he traded out before was on the edge of alien beasts, and it was considered a mid-level human. He hung up on demand though. But incoming eagles, lions, catfish. Obviously too rare, no one has contacted him for nearly 10 days. Or the price he offered. It is not worth others to find imported eagles, lions, and catfish just for him. But now, an eagle suddenly appeared overhead. He glanced at the catcher in front of him, and then at the eagle above. With a strange look on his face, he smiled and said, "This eagle, but yours, 17%. Chapter 49 Promote Heavenly Origin and Open Up Dantian. Seeking Flower Evaluation. Feng He is an eagle boiler. He was originally from the north of Yan Kingdom, but his family offended someone and was directly exterminated. After tossing and turning, he fled to the south. Because I was interested in the art of boiling eagles, I learned it for a while. Come to the south. After changing the name and surname. He also successfully joined the Bayan County government by using the method of boiling the eagle, and became a catcher. 10 years passed in a blink of an eye. He has almost forgotten his own identity. Seeing the mysterious family leader in front of him, Mrs. Li asked. Although he was anxious, he didn't dare to neglect, and said quickly, "It's the eagle below." At the same time he wondered. What did the old man ask this for? Martial master is here, do you still care about my eagle? How about selling it to me? Li Yu said directly. Feng He was taken aback, want to buy his eagle. He was full of rejection in his heart, with a wry smile on his face. Old man, this is the guy who is eating next, please forgive me, old man. 5 forging pills, Li Yu said lightly. Well, Grandpa, I can change to a cooking skill, a deal. Feng He was taken aback again, his eyes lit up, and he said hastily. 5 forging pills. Although he has the ability to boil eagles, he has always been the eye of the county government's arresters. But cultivation base is not high. Only body refining 4th stage. He couldn't afford a medicine pill like forging body pill worth thousands of taels of silver. And the 5 forging pills. If you take it once every 3 months, cooperate with yourself to practice hard. He even hopes to be promoted to body refining 6th stage in 2 or 3 years. This is a realm that he didn't dare to think about before. Even, there were waves in his heart, and he might. Able to take revenge. Soon, the two successfully completed the transaction. Holding the big eagle in his hand, Li Yu ordered. Wait a while. Then, he went straight back to the room. Very happy in my heart. If it is as expected. Dragon Tendon Ju should be directly promoted to the 8th floor. And after the Dragon Tendon Ju was promoted to the 8th floor. A cultivation base for all in the family, sure to follow through to the body refining 8th stage. That time, he should be able to break through directly. From body refining 9th stage, break through to heavenly origin realm. To be honest, he is such an old man. Every day, I can see that my remaining lifespan keeps decreasing. That kind of psychological pressure is still great. And once promoted to heavenly origin realm, he can add 5 years of life. Tisk tisk, 5 years of life. There was a look of excitement on his face. Ding. Your family's martial art, Dragon Tendon Ju, observed an emulated eagle tendon, and was elated and realized something. It was promoted to the 8th floor, and the speed of practice increased by 700 times. The information pops up as promised. Li Yu suddenly felt. The fascia in his body was transforming, and an astonishing force surged out, sweeping his whole body. This is the power of the 8th layer of Dragon Tendon Ju. Much stronger than the 7th floor. And not only that. One after another, terrifying forces surged from nowhere and directly flowed into his body. A full 6 forces. It was as if 6 flood dragons were tossing rivers and seas in his body, colliding and merging wildly with the original power in his body. But in fact, it's just how he feels. Body refining practitioner's strength is contained in the muscles, bones, flesh, skin, marrow and 5 internal organs. It is invisible and quality-less, and can only be felt, not touched. But then, a trace of strange, real tactile power. But it gushes out from the skin, flesh, blood, bones, tendons, marrow, and 5 internal organs. This strange power is in the form of a mist. The strength gushing out from the tendons is the most. Skin comes next, followed by flesh, blood, and bone. The penultimate is the 5 internal organs, and the least force is the marrow. Everyone in the family has the dragon tendon Ju on the 8th level, so if they gather at my place, they are also the strongest in the tendons. Dao Sus Dao Su Dao Da Niu Demon Fist is on the 8th floor, so the skin is next. The rest of the martial arts people are mostly on the 7th floor. Only the heavenly snake breathing method for the internal organs and external exercises is on the 5th floor, and the Schwantian 9 transformations for the external marrow exercises are on the 2nd floor, naturally the least. Li Yu understood in her heart. He has a smile on his face. This force, there is no doubt that it is only possessed by heavenly origin martial master, true Qi. And practitioner is promoted to heavenly origin. What you practice is to practice skin external skills, then true Qi will only flow out from the skin membrane. What you practice is to practice external skills, so the true Qi will naturally only flow out from the bones. The same goes for the rest of the external skills. Most body refining practitioners in the world only practice one foreign skill. And his children and grandchildren. But it is practicing the 7 external skills. So converge on him. Naturally, true Qi gushes out from the skin, flesh, bone, blood, tendons, marrow, and 5 internal organs. Boom. The true Qi in the body is like 7 dragons of different sizes fused together. Suddenly blasted at his Dantian position. Immediately. It's like opening up the world. A strange space was opened in his body. 17%. Chapter 50 Fight. Martial Dao really collides. Second more. This is Dantian. It's amazing. Li Yu sensed the sudden extra space in the body curiously. 7 true Qi Jiaolong poured into it like hundreds of rivers converging into the sea. Although true Qi is born from different tissues of the body. But they all belong to his true Qi, and there is no difference in essence. It's easy to put together. The entire Dantian space is filled with a dense fog of true Qi. This true Qi, it combines the characteristics of the 7 external exercises. It is far more terrifying than true Qi born from a single external power. It's not just about having true Qi. The body and physique have also transformed once, and they are much stronger. A smile appeared on his lips. At this time, compared with him before, his strength has almost quadrupled. Can kill 10 previous selves. I don't know what level of heavenly origin martial master is equivalent. He whispered to himself. Heavenly origin martial master is divided into 9th stage like body refining practitioner. 3rd stage is a threshold. As far as he knows, all heavenly origin martial masters in Bayan County should be below heavenly origin 4th stage. As for whether there is a martial master from heavenly origin 3rd stage, he is not sure. But he felt, with own strength at this time, martial master of heavenly origin 3rd stage. It may not be his opponent. It is very likely that he will be beaten to death. And my state at this time should actually be regarded as the weakened state of my children and grandchildren after breaking through heavenly origin. After all, their breakthrough should be that all the 7 external skills break through the 9th floor and reach the extreme. And I just gathered all their current strengths, but in fact, I didn't have a single external skill to break through the 9th floor. Even the Schwantian 9 reforms are just a combination of the strength of the 2nd layer of the 7 people, which is very weak. There was anticipation in his eyes. Weakened state. It can make him feel that he can kill the heavenly origin 3rd stage martial master just after he was promoted to heavenly origin. What if the children and grandchildren are in a complete state after breaking through? How strong should it be? The gate of Beimu town. The strong wind whipped up the wild grass and whirled in the air. The ancient mud walls stand erect in the wind, as if they will never fall down. There are shrubs growing outside the town, full of greenery. At this time, there are no pedestrians here. The 4 of Yanji frowned, looked at the town gate ahead, and walked step by step. They are extremely vigilant in their hearts. Obviously. Beimu town already knew of their arrival. So the nearby residents were dispersed. Beimu town, you are not welcome. Suddenly, a cold voice came down from the mud wall. The figure of Li Daosu stood on it, looking down at the crowd from a high position. The complexion is calm, and the black hair is flying. Who are you? The 4 of Yanji stopped in their tracks. They looked up at Li Yu, and they all raised their vigilance. Could it be possible? This is the strong man who beheaded the third mountain master Shi Jian. Li family in Beimu town, Li Daosu. Li Daosu said lightly. Quote. Are you Li Daosu? The four of Yanji were stunned. Since they came to Beimu town, they naturally got to know the Li family in Beimu town. Master Li Yu body refining 4th stage. 1 or 2 body refining 4th stages were born in the 2nd generation of the Li family. Therefore, the 2 families of Aocean Pirates and Sulo were eliminated. But, body refining 4th stage, what kind of rubbish is this, and it deserves to appear in front of them. In their respective powers, body refining 4th stage is just the lowest level of discipleship. Not even qualified to talk to them. Let the martial master behind you come out. Otherwise, let you die here directly. Yan Ji said coldly. Where does he have the kung fu and a body refining 4th stage crap? Let me die here. Li Daosu stood on the mud wall with a faint smile in his eyes. Is it up to you? Boom. The voice fell. With a sudden force under his feet, the smoke exploded. The whole person jumped down in the air. Charged directly towards the 4 of Yan Ji. Boom boom boom. The earth seemed to be shaking slightly. He is like an extremely violent bull demon, trampling the ground, trying to break through everything. His black hair was fluttering, his face was cold, and Great Completion's 9-step tiger pounce made him almost turn into a straight line. Boom. With one punch, the air shattered and the airflow roared. Moo. A terrifying bull roar resounded. It makes people feel dazed, as if seeing a bull demon roaring up to the sky, propping up the sky. This scene was astonishing. The pupils of Yan Ji and the others shrank suddenly, and they lost their voices in shock. Martial Dao's true meaning. Didn't the intelligence say that this person is just body refining 4th stage? Is this body refining 4th stage? This is the heavenly origin martial master who has grasped the true meaning of martial Dao. Damn it. When I go back, I have to kill a batch of intelligence personnel. Break it. Yan Ji took a deep breath. His eyes were cold and stern, and one hand stuck out like an eagle's claw. There was also the sound of an eagle screaming in the air, as if a condor rushed out, trying to catch any living beings. He is also a martial master who grasps the true meaning of martial Dao. And the entire Beiyin County. He is the only one who grasps the true meaning of martial Dao. 17%. Chapter 51 Kill 2nd Stage Martial Master. 3rd Change. Boom. Fists and claws collide. Ferocious power surged out, but the opponent also had the terrifying true chi sweeping in his hand. Li Daosu frowned. Use your strength to retreat a few feet. Just that moment, he punched out, but there were a lot of silk threads around the opponent. It weakened the power of his punch by at least 20%. And the other party also grasped the true meaning of martial Dao. The true intention of the bull demon did not cause a deterrent effect. What a terrifying power. But there is no true chi. What's going on? Isn't he heavenly origin martial master? Yan Ji's right hand was numb, and he stared at Li Daosu, shaking in his heart. Impossible. The strength of the opponent is not weaker than him. And also grasp the true meaning of martial Dao. A fist technique is even stronger to the extreme. How could it not be a heavenly origin martial master? It must be the other party's cultivation of some weird cultivation technique. A suit of true chi is all used for body refining. He had also heard of this extreme martial Dao. It's like refining yourself as a weapon. Although it is not the right way, but the combat power is indeed extremely strong. Second brother, little sister, let's fight together. There's oddity around them, but apart from this person, the other 3 are nothing to be afraid of. Li Daosu spoke. With one punch, he tested the quality of his opponent. I know that I can't leave the other party alone. But if you add a younger sister whose strength is faintly higher than her own, and the second brother who is only slightly weaker than himself, to keep the other party. But it is not difficult. Anyone else? The 4 of Yan Ji changed their colors. But at this moment, a figure appeared at the gate of the town. This is a woman who looks a bit petite and exquisite. The woman was expressionless, holding a big knife taller than a person. Clang. The big knife was dragged on the ground, sparks splashed. Li Daoyan's eyes were cold, and she rushed out dragging the knife. She is so fast, even faster than Li Daosu. Just like a fierce tiger, leaping out of the forest, it is rushing for food. And on the mud wall, Li Daolong's figure also jumped down. His eyes were excited, and he rushed out with great strides. His fists had a terrifying green and black luster. If you shave your head bald, it is definitely the image of an invincible golden arhat. Damn it. Three martial masters. Yan Ji's expressions all changed. They scolded the intelligence personnel again in their hearts. This is the ordinary Li family in Beimu town. Is this the strongest rural landlord with only body refining 4th stage? Your sister. These are small rural landlords. What are they? It's impossible to be as strong as Li Daosu. Martial Dao's true meaning is not Chinese cabbage, it is already luck that the Li family can produce him. Yan Ji growled. Cheer up the three of Lu Wachi. It is also to cheer yourself up. Martial master fights, momentum is also very important. But, roar, 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 three astonishing tiger howls sounded suddenly. It seems that a white tiger, a black tiger, and a blood tiger burst out of the void, fierce and tyrannical, wanting to choose and devour. Li Deyan showed no expression on her increasingly delicate face. The big knife is coming. The lingering wind of the knife made people's cheeks hurt. Moo. Li Daosu appeared in another direction and punched again. The roar of the bull reappears, the roar of the bull devil. This time, he is facing the Zhang family's advocate Beitai. Moo. Li Du Ryong also appeared in the third direction. He also likes the great bull demon fist. Although it is still a great completion realm, but with the ferocious strength of 7 kinds of external skills. The same horror. And opposite him is Lu Wachi, the incense master of Dianxiang sect. FCK. Yan Ji couldn't help scolding. Does martial Dao really mean Chinese cabbage? How come these people have mastered them all? And the woman in front of her is even more terrifying, she has directly mastered the 3 true meanings of martial Dao. His hands are like eagle's claws. Martial Dao's sincerity surged, and the eagle fluttered its wings. But it couldn't stop the opponent's 3 kinds of martial Dao's sincere culling. Lightning and flint room. The condor was directly torn into pieces. Martial Dao really means that the speed of fighting with this kind of spiritual strength is beyond the limit of human reaction. Puff. Martial Dao's sincerity was shattered, and he spurted out a mouthful of blood. Clang. The palm of his hand barely blocked Li Daoyan's knife. But the whole person staggered back 2 steps. There was also a bloody wound on the palm of his hand. Ho 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 ho. The tiger howled again. Li Daoyan had no expression on her face, and the 5 tigers severing door knife at the return to origin level slashed down again. Even if there is the obstruction of the array silk thread. The light of her sword is still terrifying. Only blocked twice again. Yan Ji let out a scream. His body was slashed by a knife and turned into 2 pieces. Hot blood spilled. The terrifying scene changed the expressions of the rest of Lu Wachi and the others who were still barely resisting. The 3 of them worked together. It was barely able to block the attacks of the 2 opponents. This is also because of the assistance of the array silk thread. And now, the strongest Yan Ji died. Not only did the opponent immediately have a terrifying strong man. The map is also broken. 18%. Chapter 52. The true meaning of the second layer bull demon. 4th more. Escape. The 3 looked at each other. Even without communicating, you can directly see the fear in the other person's eyes. For a moment, the 3 of them fled frantically towards the county seat. Because only that direction is not blocked. Can you escape? It depends on your luck. Instead of fleeing and staying where they are. There is absolutely only one dead end, and there is no life at all. Want to escape? Li Daosu looked cold. He was like a tiger, and he stepped directly in front of Zhang Beitai. Blast out with 1 punch. The air burst. Moo. The bull demon roared out, shaking his soul. There is no obstruction of the dense and strange silk thread. He fully demonstrated his strength. And Zhang Beitai had lost his courage, and his momentum plummeted. One ebbs and another. Even though Zhang Beitai resisted desperately, he only blocked 3 punches. The 4th punch hit his chest. There was a dense sound of bone cracking, and he spurted blood from his whole mouth, and flew out directly. He fell to the ground and died. A pair of eyes widened, full of unwillingness. Never thought about it before he came. I will die here suddenly. The other side. Li Daolong's eyes flashed, and he directly caught up with Liang Xin, the 4th leader of the Kashan society. The punch is like an ancient bull demon. The power is monstrous. Boom. No. Liang Xin's eyes were bloodshot, and he frantically resisted. But there is no map limit. His strength is only normal heavenly origin 1st stage. How is Li Daolong's opponent in body refining 8th stage realm at this time? A punch fell. The long sword in his hand was bent into an astonishing arc, and was crushed on his chest. Crackling. Cracked sternum. Ah. There was a scream. His entire chest was sunken, and bright red pieces of internal organs spewed out from his mouth, flying several feet across. He fell to the ground and twitched a few times, then stood still. Lu Wachi, the master of incense teaching, is so heartbroken. I only hate that my parents lost 2 legs and ran for their lives desperately. He was good at speed. At this moment, he broke out with all his strength, regardless of the damage, and his speed was even more astonishing. Li Daoyan dragged the knife and chased for hundreds of meters, but as if she couldn't catch up, she gave up chasing and killing. Looking at Lu Wachi, who fled far away, the 3 brothers and sisters of Li Daosu looked calm and began to clean the battlefield. Let the other party live. This is what they thought. Otherwise, just a martial master of heavenly origin first stage. How can one escape from them? Li Hall. Gao Yuan was restless and anxious. He had already heard from his subordinate Feng He that there were 4 people coming. These 4 people, there is a high probability that they are heavenly origin martial masters. Mr. Li just asked the 3 brothers and sisters of Li Daosu to go forward, can they stop them? He glanced at Li Yu, who was calmly drinking tea in the main seat. Some want to speak, but he just opened his mouth and closed it again. He wanted Mr. Li to send Li Zimo there as well. After all, in Li Zimo's silver-white form, his strength is too terrifying. Shi Jiantang's heavenly origin martial master was instantly killed. But now he is just taking shelter of the Li family. What qualifications do you have to dictate the decision of the old man of the Li family? He still has this self-knowledge. But the 4 heavenly origin martial masters. Developed Dantian, refined spirit power, a powerful practitioner with a 3-foot sword that is invincible. Li Daosu and the others, okay. Ding. Your family's martial arts, 5 tigers broken door knife, tore apart the true meaning of martial Dao for the first time. I am very excited and determined to comprehend the true meaning of Jinhu. Ding. Your family's martial art, strong bull demon fist, killed the heavenly origin martial master for the first time, roaring up to the sky, extremely excited, and comprehending the true meaning of the 2nd level bull demon. Suddenly, 2 messages popped up in front of Li Yu. The corner of his mouth suddenly curled up with joy. At the same time, he suddenly felt that there was another true meaning in his heart. This true meaning is as sharp as a sword. It is completely different from the ferocity of the white tiger, the soul-stirring of the black tiger, and the bloodthirsty of the blood tiger. Gives a feeling that it can tear everything apart. And the other side, the true meaning of the bull devil also became almost doubled in an instant. That ferocious and violent breath was even more terrifying. The whole true meaning is much more condensed, as if he wants to step out from the spiritual level and turn into a real ancient bull demon, roaring the world. Certainly, this is just his illusion. If the spirit wants to interfere with reality, it is far from what he can do now. 2nd level true meaning. It seems that sincerity is also divided into realms. He whispered in his heart. He has very little contact with genuine information. The only part is from World Channel. But I haven't heard that the original true meaning is also divided into realm. It seems, it's not that other ancestors haven't come into contact with it. It's just that the ancestors who came into contact with them hid it and didn't say it. 18%. Chapter 53. The Shocking Headhunter, 5th. Not long. The 3 brothers and sisters of Li Daosu came from outside. The moment he saw the 3 of them, Gao Yuan's eyes lit up, and he said in great surprise. Brother Li, you blocked the opponent back. In fact, he saw the 3 of them come back safely. I knew it must be blocked. He was excited, also very shocking. 4 heavenly origin martial masters. Only 3 members of the Li family resisted. This is too strong, if you count Li Zimo and the old man of the Li family who doesn't know how deep he is. This peaceful Li family, the strength is really terrifying. Compared with the 7 mountains, I am afraid that they will not show much. Block it. Li Daosu was taken aback. But in a blink of an eye, I understood what the other party meant. Suddenly some didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Can you tell that this high-ranking head catcher has been frightened all the time? Afraid that the 3 brothers and sisters would not be able to stop each other. How many escaped? Above, Li Yu said, although he has given orders, any accident is possible in a life and death fight. He could only know that 2 of them were beaten to death based on the changes of the 5 tigers broken door knife and the great bull demon fist. 3 people were killed and 1 escaped. Li Daosu replied. Quote. Brother Li, you, what did you say? Killed 3 martial masters. Gao Yuan's eyes widened, and he looked at Li Daosu in astonishment and disbelief. His voice faltered. Are you kidding me? 4 martial masters chased and killed 3 of them. His heart was full of shock. Can't believe own ears. The strength of the three brothers and sisters of the Lee family far exceeded his imagination. Heavenly origin martial master. Developed Dantian, refined spirit power, and the 3-foot sword glow is invincible. Such a horrible practitioner. They were actually killed by the other party directly. Li Yu nodded, quite satisfied. It seems. Nothing unexpected happened. Needless to say, the person who escaped knew that he was the incense master of the Dianxiang sect. After all, this is what he ordered before. Originally, he planned to go to the gate of the town by himself to meet the other party. But suddenly got an eagle, and the children and grandchildren were collectively promoted to the body-refining 8th stage, and their strength skyrocketed. There is no need to toss his old bones. Father, this is a cultivator item obtained from the other party. It can form strange threads around it, weakening the enemy's strength. Li Daoyan handed the array map in her hand to Li Yu, and said softly. The power of this array. They have all experienced it personally, and it is definitely a rare treasure. As for other money and the like, there is no need to tell my father here. Cultivator item. Li Yu's eyes moved, and he took it. Took a look. True qi poured directly into his body. Immediately, a large number of dense silk threads gushed out, circling and twisting around his body. Just like countless tentacles. But for himself, it will not form the slightest obstacle. Nice one. A smile appeared on his face. This thing is absolutely rare for martial master. Certainly. There must be limits. Let's go and deal with things separately. Daoyan, on your side, increase the scale and improve the strength. You are allowed to use ordinary exotic animal meat. Li Yu ordered. The world is getting more and more chaotic. Only a strong practitioner is not enough. Family private soldiers also want to get up. Yes. Li Dayan nodded. Beiyin County. Zhang Family Hall. The leader of the Seven Mountains Society sat on top. His eyes were extremely cold through the mask. Lu Wachi, the incense master who had fled back, sat down on the left side with a pale face. The other remaining heavenly origin martial master of the Zhang family sat opposite, his face livid and full of anger. The whole hall. The atmosphere was very depressing. None of the three spoke. Some Zhang family guards guarding outside the hall had cold sweat pouring out of their foreheads, but no one dared to reach out to wipe it off. After a long time, the leader of the Seven Mountains Club let out a long breath, and said coldly. This time, my 7 mountains will suffer heavy losses. The 3 martial master mountain lords' death, you will make up for it by burning incense. His heart was bleeding. I never thought of it. He just went somewhere in the county to do a private matter. Come back again. The 3rd son, Shi Jian, died. The 2nd and 4th children also died. The 7 Mountains Club he had worked so hard to build, the top combat power was wiped out in one fell swoop. Why doesn't this make him angry? He even thought of killing Lu Wachi. The 2nd and 4th child are dead, why are you not dead? My Zhang family also wants you to order incense to teach compensation. Zhang family elder, Zhang Wei, said gloomily. The patriarch died suddenly. He was very skeptical at this moment. Was it the right choice to follow the Dian Shangjiao to make a living? Don't worry, wait for me to light incense and teach to take Zhongnan. At that time, the losses of the 2 will naturally be made up for. Lu Wachi gritted his teeth with a pale face. His eyes were full of hatred. Beimu Town. Li family. You wait. Let's not talk about other things. I will pay 50% for the benefits of the county town. The leader of the 7 mountains said coldly. 50%. Lu Wachi stared angrily. How? Do you have any opinion? Let me lose so much. Do you still dare to have an opinion? Believe it or not, I'm sending you to see King Yama right now. The leader of the 7 Mountains Association suddenly roared. There was a violent and extremely cold murderous intent in his eyes. 18%. Chapter 54. The 8th level of external skills of the 5 schools. 6th more. Light rain patters. Li Yu stood in the courtyard, punching slowly. He is also playing the Great Bull Demon Fist. But it is completely different from his son Li Daosu. Li Daosu's vigorous Bull Demon Fist is fierce, domineering, and indomitable. His powerful Bull Demon Fist looked weak and ordinary. But, true qi is all over the body. When the rain falls, it will naturally slide down 3 feet away from the body. His clothes were water-free. With fist technique in full swing. Faintly, the rainwater behind him was distorted by an invisible force. It was directly molded into a terrifying bull demon with a height of about 10 feet, staring at the big eyes of the copper bell, which made people feel palpitating. But only for a moment. It disappeared, as if it had never been there. The true meaning of the bull demon on the second floor: even if I cooperate with fist technique, true chi surges. It still can't shake the reality. He shook his head and stopped slowly. The bull demon formed by the rain is not the true power. It's the power of punching. Arrived at the heavenly origin level. Cast fist technique, saber technique, sword technique and more with true chi. There will be energy emanating. The 3-foot sword light that practitioners often say is the result of martial master forcibly fusing the power of sword technique with true chi. Otherwise, true chi in silky mist state. How could it become an invincible sword light? I have arrived at heavenly origin realm. True chi martial arts is required. But my cultivation base is all from my children, so I don't need it at all. He strode into the room, murmuring something. True chi martial arts. It is the practice cultivation technique of heavenly origin martial master. This kind of martial arts is called the ground level. Also divided into upper, middle and lower grades. 12 days ago, Li Daosu and others beheaded the 3 martial masters. Instead, a copy of true chi martial arts was found from one of the corpses. But it's just a lower grade. Li Yu didn't like it at all. He didn't even bother to put up the trade interface. This kind of the worst true chi martial arts, which traveler with a higher heart than the sky would like it. He glanced at the reminders in the past few days. Hint. Li Daoyan's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 8th floor. Hint. Li Daolong's Great Bull Demon Fist has been promoted to the return to origin level. Hint. Li Zimo's 5 Tiger Door Breaking Knife has been promoted to the return to origin level. Hint. Li Daosu's 13th Taibao Henglian was promoted to the 8th floor. Hint. Ding. Your family's martial art, 100 refining breathing method, worked hard, day and night, and was promoted to the 8th floor. Ding. Your family's martial art, small universe exchange of blood, has watched star day and night, rejoicing, and promoted to the 8th floor. Ding. Your family's martial art, Schwantian 9 transformations, is in line with the Balian breath method, work hard, never be lazy, and be promoted to the 4th floor. Both the eldest son and the daughter have 5 external skills that have reached the 8th level. Second brother and Zemo are almost the same, 4 doors. The rest have only 3 doors. And my daughter's 9-step tiger attack has also reached the return to origin level, the first combat martial art with 2 return to origin levels. Li Yu checked the information of the 7 children and grandchildren one by one. A satisfied smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Every day, the strength of their Li family is on the rise. He is the one who feels the most. After all, every improvement in the strength of his children and grandchildren will be fed back to him. Compared with 12 days ago, no doubt, the 3 brothers and sisters of Li Daosu are much stronger. Especially Li Deyin, Master 2 return to origin level combat martial arts, and 5-8 level external skills. The strength is terrible. With one strike, the martial master of heavenly origin second stage would definitely be killed easily. It is the martial master of heavenly origin third stage. It may not be able to block it, although footwork only enhances speed and dodge. But in fact, the speed has increased. The strength will also increase virtually. A car with a speed of 100 per hour and a car with a speed of 50 per hour must have different power. Father. At this time, Li Daosu hurried over and said in a deep voice. Dian Xiangjiao and Kashan society had an internal quarrel because of the interests of the county. Lu Wachi was beheaded by the leader of 7 mountains. The entire branch of the Dianxiang sect in Beiyan County was slaughtered by the Kashan society and the Zhang family. Li Yu heard the words. He tapped the armrest of the chair lightly, with a smile on his face. It's really inside. It seems that the information from Ling Palace is not false, and the Jing'anhu mansion is indeed standing behind the Kashanwei. At first, when Li Daolong and Li Zihan returned from Ling Palace, the Supreme Elder of Ling Palace also sent a message. It's about the 7 Mountains Club. The leader of the 7 Mountains Club, his real identity is the second son of Jing'anhu Fu. To this end, only then did he decide to put Lu Wachi, the incense master, back. In order. It is to let the leader of the Kashan Club fight against Lu Wachi. After all, the Dianxiang sect had nothing to lose, but the Kashan society lost 3 martial masters. How could the leader of the 7 Mountains Association be willing? In addition, the leader of the 7 Mountains Association has his back to the Jing'anhu mansion, so he is not afraid of the Dianxiang sect. The 2 sides are still very likely to form a conflict, or even turn against each other. But these are just his predictions. Whether it will be successful or not, he is not sure. Now the news comes. As expected, he also felt a burst of joy. It seems that I am worthy of being unparalleled in the sky and earth before crossing. Keyboard Man. 19%. Chapter 55 Chaos in the south of the Yangtze River. Seeking flower evaluation. Is there any news from the county? Li Yu asked. As early as when the Sulu family was wiped out. He had commanded, let the second son Li Daolong be in charge of family intelligence matters, don't be afraid to spend money. We must send more people to the county and other counties to investigate the news. It's been almost 2 months. There have also been some results. I am going to report to my father. The head of the Dianxiang sect went to Yingtai County to the west of the county, and used Yingtai County as his base camp. I heard that 5,000 or 6,000 troops have been mobilized, and they are practicing day and night. And in Heji County to the east of the county. It is also occupied by the Dianxiang sect and becomes the second base camp, which is also training soldiers and horses. Li Daosu said solemnly, the power of incense teaching. Let him have a lot of pressure in his heart. If 5,000 or 6,000 people were brought to Beimu town, they would have no other choice but to withdraw immediately. Manpower is sometimes poor. Don't say he's just a body refining 8th stage realm. Even reaching the heavenly origin realm, it is impossible to defeat thousands of troops. It looks like this. 9 county towns in Zhujiao County. Only Yongyuan County controlled by Ling Palace, Fengyang County controlled by Qingyanmen, and Taiko County where Beifenghu Mansion is located have not been occupied by Dianxiang sect. Li Yu tapped the armrest of the chair lightly and pondered. Zhujiao County has many forces. But the strongest are undoubtedly the county guards mansion and the Zhujiao army, as well as the Ziyang sword sect outside the county city. The first-class forces below it are Ling Palace, Qingyanmen, Beifenghu Fu and other 6 or 7 forces. Certainly, today's top forces have to add a Dianxiang sect. 9 counties. Dianxiangjiao occupies 6 seats. When will Daolong come back? He thought for a moment, looked at the eldest son in front of him and asked. 8 days ago, the second child, Li Daolong, organized a group of carriages and went to Yongyuan County to buy grain. To the east of Beiyin County is Taiko County where Beifenghu Mansion is located, and further east is Yongyuan County. The distance is not too far. But there are also more than 200 miles. Moreover, both Beiyin County and Taiko County are mountainous, and the roads are difficult, so it will naturally take a lot of time. Coupled with the bandits that may be encountered along the way, it also delays time. Probably another 3 or 4 days. Li Daosu replied. Li Yu nodded slightly and reminded. Daolong is not here, you have to pay close attention to the affairs of the county and the counties. In all things, intelligence is the most important thing. Sometimes an inconspicuous piece of information may save your life. Having said that though, but in fact, he is still very relieved about his eldest son. Steady, responsible, and conscientious in doing things. Father, don't worry. Li Daosu saluted, turned and left. Li Yu sat alone in the room, lost in thought. Zhujiao County is already in chaos. The flags of the Dianxiang sect were erected, occupied the county seat, and directly rebelled. And according to scattered news, in the 5 counties of Qinzhou, some Shangjiao believers also occupied the county towns, burned, killed and looted. There are also many green forest bandits and desperados joining them. There are also some sects, aristocratic families, princes and nobles, etc., who fish in troubled waters and stir up wind and rain. Such as the Jing'an mansion behind the Kashanwei. And the other 2 states in the south of the Yangtze River. Needless to say, it was in chaos. During the 200 years of peace in the kingdom of Yan, the military strength of the army was low, and it was probably impossible to suppress it. As long as you don't hit Beimu town, I will develop with peace of mind and improve my strength. He whispered to himself. Quick, hurry up. It's coming. Night. Among the mountains more than 10 miles away from Beimu town. More than 20 people were fleeing frantically with blood on their faces. There was hatred, pain, panic and fear on their faces. All of them held the long swords in their hands tightly, not daring to stop for a moment, and hurried over the mountains and ridges. Zuoan walked in the front. He wiped the blood off his face with his sleeve, looking at the brothers and sisters around him, his eyes were bloodshot. Thinking of what happened yesterday. He still couldn't control his trembling. Point incense to teach. Yin evil sect. If I survive, I will definitely kill you all in this lifetime. He roared in his heart, hating to the extreme. The master is dead. The boss is dead. The uncles and uncles also died. Overnight, the entire Qingyan gate turned bloody in his eyes. The corpses of the elders and brothers of the division are everywhere. He felt that his own life also turned bloody at this moment. 2 or 3 miles behind, a group of men in black robes covered in coldness stepped on the branches at an extremely fast speed. There are pitch black talismans on their feet, making their bodies seem weightless. Even if 2 big trees are tens of meters apart, they can also jump up and fly past with ease. From a distance, it's like a group of ghosts, eerie and terrifying. You can't escape. A group of body refining practitioners still want to escape from this seat. No one in the sky or on the earth can save you. The gloomy voice echoed in the mountains and forests, making people frightened. 19%. Chapter 56 Promotion to Body Refining 9th Stage. Horror Strength. Second more. Brother, can Beimu Town really save us? Fleeing crazily, a girl with an extremely beautiful face, but also extremely embarrassed at this moment, was level with Zuo and said. There was anxiety in her voice. After all, the group of people chasing after him. The leader is the eldest disciple of the sect leader of the Yin Fiend sect, the terrifying cultivator of the 9th floor of Qi refining. She saw it with her own eyes. An uncle of heavenly origin martial master realm in sect. The ghost controlled by the opponent was easily killed. Sure, you didn't pay attention, and you don't understand the strength of Beimu Town. 10 days ago, 4 martial masters from Dianxiang sect chased and killed a group of arresters and rushed to Beimu Town, but in the end, 3 of them died and 1 escaped. Zuo An's eyes were full of hope. But honestly, whether the other party is willing to save them, he is not at all sure. He and the old man of the Li family only met once. There is no friendship. It can barely be regarded as no fight, no acquaintance. But he was also full of bitterness. There is no way out. It all happened so suddenly, the sect elders just sent them out desperately. Specific retreat? Absolutely not. They can only survive by themselves. But fortunately, when the sect elders sent them out, they brought a heavenly origin level meat field with them. This meat field is one of the most precious things of their Qingyanmen. Maybe can use this as a condition to save the brothers and sisters. There was firmness in his eyes. Anyway, we must save this group of juniors and juniors. Hint. Li Daoyan's 13th Taibao horizontal training was promoted to the 9th floor, and cultivation base was promoted to body refining 9th stage. Finally promoted. In the room, Li Yu put down the storybook in her hand, with a look of joy on her face. 12 full days. A practice speed of 1,000 times is equivalent to nearly 30 years. There is also a sufficient supply of red snake meat, which is not lacking in nutrition. The daughter with the least chores is finally promoted. He felt that his bones had become much stronger again. At the same time, the true qi gushing out from the bone is also a bit stronger. Call. He opened his daughter's information panel. Name. Li Deyin. Identity. The 2nd generation of the Li family. Cultivation base. Body refining 9th stage. Martial arts. 13 Taibao horizontal practice, the 9th floor. Vigorous bull demon fist. 8th floor, great completion, 2nd floor bull demon true intent. 100 refining breathing method, 8th floor. Small universe exchange method, the 8th layer, small universe star diagram. Dragon tendon Ju, 8th layer. Heavenly serpent breathing method, 7th layer, heavenly serpent avatar. Xuantian 9 transformations, the 4th floor. 5 tigers broken door knife. Return to origin, white tiger true meaning, black tiger true meaning, blood tiger true meaning, golden tiger true meaning. Tiger punch 9 steps, return to origin. Such a body refining 9th stage, I am afraid that the martial master of heavenly origin 3rd stage will be beaten to death. There was a smile on his face. This, still far from reaching my daughter's limit in the body refining realm. Wait for the 7 external skills to be cultivated to the 9th floor. That's the limit. And how powerful would it be then? He thinks, it should be stronger than myself at the moment. After all, he just gathered the power of everyone in the family. In fact, these external skills. For example, Xuantian 9 transformations, he is still on the 4th floor, at most he has a lot of power. But quantity is definitely not as good as quality. And he feels his current strength. Most likely no weaker than heavenly origin 4th stage martial master. Maybe even a lot stronger. It's just that he hasn't seen a martial master of this level after all, so it's hard to judge, he can only guess. Dao Su should be soon. It's only been almost 30 years since I went from body refining 8th stage to body refining 9th stage. This talent. He shook his head, really speechless. If it weren't for the family's martial arts full of personality, some would be diligent. I'm afraid these children and grandchildren, if there is no chance, will not reach the current level in their lifetime. Certainly, as a time traveler, he believes that poverty leads to change, and change leads to success. The rest of the billions of traversers, didn't their descendants already advance to the body refining 6th stage? Suddenly, a chaotic sound came from outside. Some people yelled anxiously, some laughed wildly, and they were scary. What happened? He frowned and walked out the door. Indistinctly, he heard a voice in the distance, as if calling for help. It's just a little far away. The other party probably hasn't entered the town yet. At the same time, the entire Li family was alarmed, and the lights were turned on again, as if it were daytime. Father, brother and sister Li Daosu and Li Daoyan hurried over. Go and see. Li Yu nodded and ordered. The strength of several people is astonishing, and the speed is also very fast. In just a moment, they came to the gate of the town. Look, not far away, a group of young people frantically ran towards this direction. Behind them are a large number of fierce ghosts laughing strangely, chasing and killing them with billowing black mist. Li Yu frowned, a little surprised. Blue Flame Gate. And the Yin Fiend Sect. 19%. Chapter 57 I'm going to kill them. Third change. He. Don't run away. It will give you a good time to die obediently. Otherwise those delicate junior sisters of yours might be possessed by a ghost, and then, ha ha ha. The sinister laughter resounded in all directions with bursts of echoes. Zhang Ming's hands were behind his back, his black robe was flying, and he flew tens of meters away with one step. Looking at the disciples of the Qingyan sect who were frantically fleeing for their lives under the pursuit of the ghosts, his face was full of intoxication and joy. This feeling of being in control of someone else's life. So refreshing. The days of hiding in Tibet with the master in the past will be gone forever. The master has been promoted to Foundation Establishment Cultivation Base, and he has also been promoted to the 9th floor of Qi Refining. In this huge Zhujiao County, their Yin Shizong is about to rise. Master Li, I am Zuoan from Qingyanmen. I would like to give away a heavenly origin level meat field, and I only ask Mrs. Li to save the lives of our brothers and sisters. Zuoan looked anxiously at the large number of ghosts that were approaching, and roared loudly again. There was already some despair in his heart. If the Li family doesn't want to save them, or if they don't want to offend the Yin Shizong, then all of them are afraid that they will all be buried in the mouth of ghosts soon. He directly lifted the fleshy core on his back, indicating that he didn't have any empty words. He. This small broken town, who else can save you? It's really fantastic, but it's also just right. My babies are tired after chasing you for so long, let them go into the town to have a good meal later. Ha 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 ha. Zhang Ming laughed wildly. The dozen or so Yinsha sect disciples behind him also laughed sinisterly. Going into town, let those dozens of ghosts have a full meal. Li Yu raised her eyebrows and ordered lightly. Save them, everyone in the Yin Sha sect will keep the leader, and kill the rest. Originally, he was still considering whether to spare the lives of these evil sect people. After all, look at the appearance of this group of Qingyanmen disciples. There are 7 or 8 out of 10 major incidents in the Qingyan sect. It may even have been destroyed. And with the strength of Yin Shizong, it is obviously not enough to deal with Qingyanmen. Then it's obvious, Yin Shizong has powerful allies or is backed by powerful forces. So, leave these unimportant little minions alive. Even if he offends the Yin Fiend sect, as long as the other party won't lead someone to kill him in a short time, he doesn't care. And killed these people, the Yin Shizong would directly kill in a rage if he couldn't say it. Forget about the Yin Shizong. What if they bring the main force of the Dianxiang sect to kill them together? This is not in line with his idea of single-minded development. As for watching from the sidelines, that's also impossible. It has to be said that the heavenly origin level meat field in Zuoan's hand is too precious. The red snake meat field at home will grow deeper with the cultivation base of the children and grandchildren. More than 500 caddies are consumed every day. Reach 1/2 of the limit output. And after everyone has been promoted to body refining 9th stage. Probably not enough to eat. At that time, definitely looking for new meat fields. And it's a heavenly origin level meat field. Now a heavenly origin level meat field is delivered directly to the door, how could he let it go? But he wanted to save the other party's life. The other party didn't appreciate it. He must be forced to kill him. I'm going to kill them. Li Daoyan left a sentence. Her face was expressionless, but there was a cold killing intent in her eyes. Straight out, the long knife mopped the ground, and sparks flew everywhere. The whole person is like a ferocious tiger descending the mountain, the speed is extremely fast. A trace of helplessness appeared on Li Daosu's face. Recently, he found, the younger sister's murderous nature is getting more and more terrifying. Just like the scariest tigress in the forest, its killing intent is astonishing. Walk around town. No one dared to take a second look. He followed closely and also rushed out. It's the Li family. Seeing the figures of the two, Zuo An's entire face flushed with excitement. Saved. The Li family agreed to make a move. And with the powerful strength of the Li family that can kill 3 martial masters. Although there are many ghosts behind, there is also a chi refining 9-story cultivator. But if you think about it, you can definitely block it. This small broken town, and martial master. But 2 martial masters just want to play wild in front of me. I happen to capture you all, and with the martial master's soul, I will surely be able to sacrifice another second-order ghost. Ha ha ha. Seeing the 2 brothers and sisters of Li Daoyan rushing forward, Zhongming was not surprised but delighted, and let out an extremely excited grin. In the Qingyan Gate, he only got the souls of 2 martial masters from the Green Flame sect, which was far from enough to satisfy him. And hunt down these juniors from Qingyanmen. Originally, it was just to regain that meat field. But unexpectedly, there is such an exciting windfall. It seems, Daddy is really lucky, God is helping me. Ha ha ha. 20%. Chapter 58. Swallow ghosts with true intentions. 4th more. Kill them first. Zhongming grinned grimly, and pointed at Li Daoyan and the 2 of them. At the same time, he immediately controlled 2 second-order ghosts under his command, and 3 ghosts equivalent to body refining 9th stage. Go for the fastest Li Daoyan. As for those people from Qingyanmen, it's just fish on the chopping board, so it's the same if you kill it later. If it weren't for these 2 second-order ghosts, he had just successfully sacrificed them not long ago, and he was not very skilled in controlling them, which greatly reduced his speed. This group of Qingyanmen disciples have all died long ago. Where can I live now? But now, he felt that he had to thank these Qingyanmen disciples. If it weren't for them, how could I be so lucky to meet 2 martial masters in this rural place? And as he commanded, the rest of the Yin Fiend sect disciples beside him also immediately controlled their own ghosts. Surround and kill Li Daoyan and the 2 of them. A total of 30 or so fierce ghosts condensed into a billowing black mist that filled the surroundings. Fierce and eerie, extremely terrifying. In the blink of an eye. This group of ghosts collided with Li Daoyan. The first ones are naturally the 2 second-level ghosts. Tier 2 Spectre. Even if it's just 1 or 2 small realms, the heavenly origin martial master who has never comprehended the true meaning of martial Dao meets. The scalp is numb, so stay away. After all, ghosts specialize in hurting the soul. Practitioners in this regard, except for martial Dao's surprise, can only resist with masculinity. And a large group of ghosts swarmed up. Martial Dao's true intentions will be easily torn apart. Snort. Li Daoyan snorted softly. Her eyes were full of murderous intent. The big knife in his hand, which was taller than a person, slashed out, and the cold light was cold. Roar, 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 roar. Suddenly, 4 earth-shattering sounds were heard, and the roar of the tiger with a terrifying and ferocious aura shook the 4 directions. For a moment, the large group of fierce ghosts rushing forward froze suddenly. It's the same even if it's the 2 second-order ghosts headed by them. From ancient times to the present, there is a saying of being a minion for a tiger. A ghost is a ghost. It is rumored that after a tiger kills a person, it can turn a person's soul into a ghost and be enslaved by the tiger. So, tigers have always had great restraint against evil ghosts. Not to mention, the roar and roar were like 4 real tigers in the eyes of Li Gui. There is a black tiger that devours souls. The black tiger was covered with a terrifying black light, and the tiger's claws suddenly grabbed a second-order ghost. Send it directly to the bloody mouth. The second-order ghost woke up. Screaming in fear, struggling frantically. But it was useless at all. Heihu excitedly chewed it twice, then swallowed it. Then jumped up. He also grabbed another second-order ghost and threw it into his mouth. And the other 3 fierce tigers entered the flock like tigers. Roaring among the fierce ghosts, rushing madly. A group of ghosts screamed and were easily killed. In the eyes of outsiders, they can't see the fierce tiger that the true meaning turns into. All I could see was Li Daoyan's 3,000 black hair flying, her big knife in her hand was fierce and fierce, rushing past a famous ghost. And where she's been, regardless of whether it is a second-order ghost. It was still a first-order ghost, and it all disappeared, as if it had never appeared before. The sinister smile on Zhang Ming's face froze. His face flushed red at first, and then panicked. The next moment the 7 orifices spewed out a large amount of blood, the body staggered, and the breath instantly languished. Not only him. The same goes for the rest of the Yin Sha sect people. Their faces were full of panic, and their 7 orifices were bleeding. There were even 2 people who were already weak. Their aura dissipated immediately, and they died instantly. How? How is it possible? You actually comprehended the true meaning of the 4 tiger forms. Zhang Ming roared. He has no Dharma phase letter at all. Even with the help of Li Gui's eyes, he could clearly see the other party's true intentions. He still can't believe it. How could there be such a terrifying heavenly origin martial master? A martial master who can comprehend the true meaning of a martial Dao is considered a genius. A martial master who can comprehend 2 true meanings of martial Dao. That is the genius of heaven. As far as he knows, there is no such martial master in Zhujiao County. And now, in front of him appeared a martial master who comprehended the true meaning of the 4 martial Dao. This is simply a fantasy. It is simply impossible. Send you on your way. At this time, Li Daosu has appeared not far away. He looked at the group of sinister sect people who were sluggish, with a cold expression on his face. The next moment, he stepped forward, and punched out a powerful bull demon fist. Moo! The roar of the bull demon instantly flooded the minds of all the evil sect people. Shock them in place, unable to move. Even if they are all cultivators, mental energy is much stronger than the same rank practitioner. But at this time, the bull demon really meant it. Already the 2nd level, far from being comparable to the 1st level of sincerity. After a while, Li Daosu returned to his original place. And a dozen evil sect people. Except for Zhang Ming, who was the leader, all the others had been killed. 20%. Chapter 59 True Meaning Fusion, Foundation Establishment Cultivator. 5th more. Thank you, old man, for your kindness. Li's living room. Zhu Owen, who survived the catastrophe, knelt on the ground gratefully and kowtowed to Li Yu. He is really grateful. If it wasn't for the Li family's action, he and all his juniors will definitely not be able to escape the evil hands of the Yin Fiend sect. Even the junior sisters will be extremely miserable. At the same time, the shock still remained in his heart. Too strong. Horrible. 1 person and 1 knife easily killed the group of terrifying ghosts. It looks like it didn't take much effort at all. He is clear. Among the group of ghosts, there are 2 second-order ghosts. An uncle of the heavenly origin martial master realm in the door was swallowed within a few breaths. How cruel. But facing the martial master of the Li family. But it looked so weak, it was wiped out in a blink of an eye. This scene shocked him too much. He knew that the Li family was not weak. That's why I held some hope and fled here with my younger brothers and sisters. But I didn't expect it to be so terrifying. Young hero, please get up. There was a faint smile on Li Yu's face. Now that he has saved the other party, he doesn't mind being kind. Then he asked with some doubts. What happened to your faction? My Azure Flame sect is gone. In the entire Qingyan sect, there are only about 20 of us brothers and sisters left. Zhu Owen heard the words. His eyes turned red immediately, tears fell, and then his voice was full of hatred. It's the Dianxiang sect and the Yin Shizong. They raided my Qingyan sect. Kill the head, kill the master, kill the masters and uncles. Come down safe now. He relaxes. He couldn't control his emotions any longer and cried out. After all, he is only a young man of 21 or 22 years old. Li Yu frowned, although he guessed that Qingyanmen might be destroyed. But I really didn't expect it. This group of disciples is actually the only one left in the entire Qingyan sect. Qingyanmen is located in Zhujiao County, but it is a first-class force. Powerful, it is rumored that Heavenly Origin Martial Master has more than 10. There is also a powerful Martial Grand Master from Heavenly Origin 4th Stage Realm sitting in charge. But so easily. Then they were exterminated by the Dianxiang sect and the Yin Shizong. The strength of the opponent made him startled. I'm afraid there is more than one Heavenly Origin 4th Stage Martial Master dispatched. Ziran, take Zuo Shaoxia to rest. He commanded, looking at Zuo An's leaving back. He once again felt the danger of Zhonghu, a power that can be regarded as a first-class force in Zhujiao County. To say it is destroyed is to be destroyed. The rivers and lakes are dangerous, it has never been a child's play. Father. At this time, Li Daosu came from outside the hall and bowed in salute. Finished, Li Yu said. After capturing the leading disciple of the Yin Sha sect, it was natural to ask for information about the Yin Sha sect. If he remembered correctly, didn't the demon Taoist of the Yin Sha sect say that their sect leader is only the 9th floor of qi refining? How come one of the opponent's disciples has become the 9th level of qi refining? It's not been 2 months since then. He felt that the Yao Dao shouldn't have lied back then. It's over. Li Daosu nodded. He finished what he said. Naturally, the ashes have already been thrown away. This is already a fine tradition of the Li family. Anyone who killed an enemy, as long as the conditions allowed, would inevitably have their ashes thrown away. If it weren't for the lack of means to condense the other party's soul. Li Yu even wanted to order. The enemy's soul must also be wiped out. However, he has already posted the information on the acquisition of this martial art on the trade interface. I don't know if there is. Tell me. Li Yu picked up the tea in front of her and took a sip. The sect leader of Yin Fiend sect broke through qi refining and reached foundation establishment for some reason a month ago. At the same time, he took out a large number of medicine pills, and raised all 5 of his direct disciples to the 9th floor of qi refining. This time, the 2 deputy hall masters of the Dianxiang sect led the team, and with a thunderous blow, they killed the supreme elder of the heavenly origin 4th stage of the Blue Flame sect. The more than 300 disciples of Qingyan sect have been wiped out except for Zuo and the others. Li Daosu said in a deep voice. His face was serious. He didn't think he could match heavenly origin 4th stage's martial master in his normal form. At least like little sister, after being promoted to body refining 9th stage. But the opponent directly dispatched 2 martial masters from heavenly origin 4th stage. If it strikes at this time, their Li family. He glanced at his father in front of him, maybe he couldn't wipe out all the enemies. Sudden promotion. Could it be that the treasure was discovered, or is there someone behind it? Li Yu's eyes flashed, thoughtful. Sudden. 2 messages popped up. Ding. Your family's martial art, 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife, has devoured a large number of ghosts, digested them, is satisfied, and comprehended the true meaning of ghost tigers. Ding. Your family's martial arts, 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife, has a flash of inspiration, and it condenses the true meaning of white tiger, the true meaning of black tiger, the true meaning of blood tiger, the true meaning of golden tiger, and the true meaning of ghost tiger, and turns it into the true meaning of the 5 tigers, the true meaning of the ground level. 20%. Chapter 60 Cutting Weeds Needs Roots. Extinguish Yin Shizong. 6th More. 5 Tigers True Intention. The true meaning of the ground level. Li Yu froze for a moment. Although he was surprised that the 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife combined the 5 true meanings into one, he was not particularly surprised. After all, the 5 Tigers Broken Door Knife is a fairly mature martial art, one can practice it by oneself, and also has own ideas. It is also normal to be able to fuse the true meaning of the 5 schools. But, what is the true meaning of the ground level? Could it be possible? True meaning is not only divided into levels, but also in quality. Understand that he can understand. The first level of true meaning, the second level of true meaning, or the third level of true meaning. It is going up vertically. As practitioner cultivation base promotion. And the real meaning of the ground level is these. It should be horizontal expansion. The difference between body refining 8th stage like Li Dosu and ordinary body refining 8th stage. If you have the true meaning of the earth level, then you must have the true meaning of the lower human level. Perhaps the true meaning of the bull demon, the true meaning of the previous white tiger, the true meaning of the black tiger, etc., are the true meaning of the human level. Li Yu murmured thoughtfully, and at the same time, he also felt that there was an extra ghost tiger's true meaning in his heart. The 5 tiger-shaped true meaning suddenly roared, and collided with each other suddenly. It was as if an invisible thunder exploded. The true meaning of the 5 tiger forms disappeared. And a body that is nearly twice as large and solid as the previous 5 tiger-shaped true meanings appeared on the spot. Roar. A terrifying roar exploded in his body. The new tiger-shaped true meaning flashed with 5 kinds of light: white, black, blood, gold, and green. Unparalleled ferocity, murder, soul-stirring, sharpness, and cold aura blend together, terrifying to the heavens. It seems that it will directly kill at any time and tear everything apart. So strong. Li Yu's heart shook. The true meaning of the 5 tigers at the earth level. It's actually stronger than the true meaning of the second-level bull demon. Not just a little stronger, but a lot stronger. I am afraid that only if the true meaning of the bull devil is raised to another level, it will be possible to compare. That is to say, the true meaning of the first level. Can the power be compared to the true meaning of the human level who has reached the third level? The strength of this leapfrog battle is quite like his Lee family's style. The living room fell silent. Whether it's Li Yu or Li Deosu, they were all immersed in the true meaning of the five tigers. A full half an hour passed. Li Yu came back to his senses first, looked at the eldest son in front of him, and suddenly said, "Have you found out where the Yin Fiend sect is located? Any sect will definitely have a resident. It's just that the sects of Qingyanmen and Ling Palace are located on the bright side. However, the Yin Shizong hid in Tibet before, and the resident must be hidden in the dark, or changed frequently. The Yao Dao of the Liu family who had been killed 2 months ago was too low in status to know the real situation of the Yin Sha sect at all. But this time it was captured. But it was the direct disciple of the sect leader of the Yin Fiend sect. For sure, just outside Fengyang County, a small town. Li Deosu also came to his senses, although there was a flash of joy in his eyes, his voice was still extremely calm. The comprehension of the true meaning of the five tigers of the earth rank. Even if he didn't major in the five tigers severing door knife. But this still does not prevent him from improving his strength a lot. Fengyang County. Li Yu nodded slightly. Fengyang County is the county seat where Qingyanmen is located. In this county, Qingyan Gate used to be the emperor of earth. But now is the past tense. With a calm face, without much disturbance, he ordered, "You stay home. Let Daoyan and Zemo follow me." Li Deosu's body shook slightly. He looked at his father, hesitantly said, "Father wants to strike first to be strong, and then to suffer. To cut the grass, you need to remove the roots. Since I have offended you to death, naturally, we can't keep hidden dangers like the Yin Fiend sect." Li Yu said lightly, "Yin Shizong is not a practitioner sect, but a cultivator sect. To be honest, he is extremely afraid of this cultivator sect. There are too many cultivator methods. And a lot of it is weird and bizarre. Even he felt, the kind of magic that can kill you by setting up an altar may not exist. This kind of weird spell cannot but be guarded against. But there are only those who are thieves for 1,000 days, how can there be those who can guard against thieves for 1,000 days? So, just in case, he had no choice but to make a hard trip to see the Yin Shizong reunion. Brothers, we must be neat and tidy. Li Deosu nodded. He didn't say much, and went straight down to find someone. With the strength of father and younger sister. Even if the sect leader of the Yin Fiend sect is already a foundation establishment cultivator, he is by no means an opponent. Tread. Mar walked out of Beimu town and headed towards Fengyang County. Peers. There is also Zuoen, a master disciple of Qingyanmen. After all, Li Yu, grandparents and grandchildren are not familiar with the geography of Fengyang County. But Zuoen was born and raised in Fengyang County. It is not cumbersome to carry. Old man, what are we going to Fengyang County for? Zuoen asked curiously. Yin extinguishing evil sect. Li Yu opened her lips slightly and spit out a few words. Go to destroy the Yin evil sect. Zuoan's eyes widened suddenly, and he lost his voice in shock. Almost fell off the horse directly. It never occurred to him. Mr. Li would actually avenge them and go directly to exterminate the Yin Shizong. His heart was full of excitement and tears of gratitude. Secretly swear. From now on, Mr. Li has an order. Whether he goes up the mountain of swords or down into the sea of fire, he will do everything he can.